name is Lydia. I am the Fun Finance Queen. Welcome to my YouTube channel, my little piece of online real estate. And my goal is to help ordinary people understand money better by making it simple, more gettable, and more fun. So today what I want to talk about is how money moves in the system, in the monetary system. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to use these bottles of water or these cups of water as an example of how this tends to work. So here we have the 90%, we have the financial institutions, and we have the 10%. So the 90 and 10% are people, and I'll explain who they are. The 90% are people who pay interest, and we're going to talk about how interest moves. So what happens with money? Money is generally an exchange. It's a medium of exchange, and because of that, when people use it, there's a need for them to either get paid for it or not, or pay for it. But money wants to be moved. Money wants to be put to work. And so what I'm talking about today is how that money is put to work. So the 90% are people who tend to have to pay interest. So for example, you want to buy a car, and that car costs money, costs a lot of money, and most of us don't have that kind of money sitting in a bank. So what do? We go to the car shop and we say, hey, we want to buy a car, but they tell us, okay, sure, you can buy a car, but you're going to have to buy the car and pay a little bit of interest on top because you don't have the money up front, or you don't want to use your money up front. And so you take that money and you say, okay, I'm going to put X amount down, but when you buy the car, those monthly payments you make, they contain a portion of principal, which is what you actually borrowed, and interest, which is the cost of borrowing the money to buy the car. That is interest. So not just cars, you can do it on credit cards. Credit cards are a little bit more expensive. So for example, if you have a credit card and you want to go to Argos and you buy something using your Argos credit card, if you don't get a buy now, pay later deal, you're going to have to pay interest on that. Now, Argos credit cards interest tends to be around the 20% mark, as with most credit cards. So it's quite a bit of money. So if you buy something for £100, you actually might end up paying £120 for it, but over time. So that is the 90%, paying for using money. That is interest. And so in that situation, you're paying the financial institutions money by putting money in their pockets. Okay? Now, the 10%, these are the people who get paid for using money, their money. So for example, if I have £1 million in the bank and I don't want it to sit in the bank, what I will do is I will potentially loan it out to somebody at a certain amount of interest. Now, what tends to happen is people always need money. So you put that money somewhere, like in a fund or something, and that makes it available to other people, and they are able to borrow that money. But when they borrow that money, the bank pays this 10% some interest. So money either moves from these people through the bank sometimes, or the financial institutions, to these people, and that is basically how money moves. So the question I want to ask today is, how do you help money move in the economy? Are you the person who pays money to the institutions, or are you the person who gets paid money for using your own money? So are you a saver? Are you a lender? Tell me. Put it in the comments below, and of course, like and subscribe today. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next one.